What if I told you that you could shave hours off your video editing workflow right now by leaning into some powerful AI tools without blowing your entire budget? Stick around, because I'm about to share my favorite technique for getting rock-solid transcriptions for those massive long-form projects. We're going to connect that transcription step directly to turning a single hour of raw footage into a week's worth of perfectly sized, snackable clips. When you're staring down mountains of interview footage, whether it's one long sit-down or a folder full of short takes, getting a clean transcript right away is an absolute game changer. It's so much more than just having captions available for your viewers. That text becomes your entire roadmap, allowing you to search for specific moments in seconds instead of scrubbing blindly through timelines. You can instantly build a paper edit, send precise notes to collaborators, and quickly find those high-value bits that truly resonate with your audience. I genuinely used to see transcription as just an extra optional step, until I realized the sheer amount of time it saved me during the actual cutting process. For the longest time, my default solution was using dedicated services like Rev to handle all of my transcription needs. Rev is straightforward. You drop your video or audio files in, they send you back a perfectly formatted text document, which is great. It's incredibly accurate and totally reliable. But let's be honest, it's another line item on the invoice that you have to manage every single month. And when you're consistently processing multiple interviews every week, those permanent costs start to pile up surprisingly fast. That's exactly why I started digging into what the modern editing suites are now capable of doing on their own. For example, Premiere Pro now features amazing built-in AI transcription, which is a huge value add. If you already hold that subscription, this powerful feature essentially gives you transcription capabilities for free, with no extra vendor to wrangle. Crucially, you keep all your files and the entire process contained right inside your primary editing project, which is fantastic for organization. So here's a quick, practical workflow I currently use that perfectly mixes local editing tools with a powerful repurposing pipeline. First, you bring all your source footage and audio directly into your editing timeline as usual. I always pull in the full-length interview video, and if I recorded high-quality external audio, I make sure to bring that in as well. Having both visual elements on the timeline makes confirming sync super simple and ensures you're using the absolute best audio source for the transcript. In Premiere, you navigate to the text panel, select the transcribe option, and then just let the powerful AI do its heavy lifting. Generally, an hour of continuous talking will only take a few minutes to fully process, depending on your specific machine speed and network connection. One feature that is absolutely golden is how Premiere automatically drops periodic timecode snippets right into the generated text. Those little time anchors become incredibly valuable when you're reviewing the text away from the main editing suite, perhaps sharing it with a producer or a client. Those timecodes point you back to the exact footage instantly, meaning zero time wasted scrubbing blindly through hours of video. Once the initial transcription is complete, you can export it as a plain text file or simply copy and paste the whole thing into a shared Google Doc for easy collaboration. I always prefer pasting into Google Docs first to clean up speaker labels and get rid of those obvious filler words that distract from the message. Then, the real magic happens when you highlight all the standout sound bites you want to make sure get featured in the final cut. Sharing that cleaned up Google Doc means everyone on the team can comment in line, suggest precise cut points, or mark clips they think are social ready. This collaborative process is precisely how you build a rock-solid paper edit that actively guides your actual video cutting sessions. Now, while Premiere's built-in transcription is incredibly solid and convenient if you live in the Adobe ecosystem, it's really only the starting line. It certainly won't magically transform your hour-long interview into dozens of perfectly formatted vertical clips ready for the various platforms, or automatically schedule those newly minted clips across your entire social media footprint. Rev remains a great option for those one-off transcription jobs if you just don't want to mess with a full nonlinear editor setup. However, it's still transcription only, and that pay-per-minute model isn't ideal for creators focused on scaling their content repurposing efforts. This is where we introduce the next level of tools, the kind that actually think beyond just providing plain text output. I'm talking about software designed not only to transcribe, but also to actively help you discover those truly viral moments buried in the footage. Instead of manually cutting a dozen different versions of the same clip to fit platform specs, these specialized tools clip, format, and suggest winners automatically. A lot of creators completely overlook this crucial middle step, feeding that transcription intel into a dedicated auto-editing tool. The software scans the text, looks for natural emotional spikes, punchlines, or sharp topic shifts, and spits out short-form clips highlighting those exact moments. The time savings realized in this specific stage are truly massive and immediately noticeable. Instead of spending hours hunting for the gold nuggets, you get multiple ready-to-post clips surfaced within just a few minutes of processing time. Another frequent pain point for creators is the publishing headache that comes after editing, because scheduling is a totally separate challenge. Manually queuing content across TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and others can quickly become a full-time administrative job. This is why I really appreciate any tool that allows you to simply set a posting cadence and then automatically queues and publishes the content for you. That automation truly frees you up to concentrate on the quality of your next piece of content and the overall strategy. And frankly, having a single unified content calendar where you can review, tweak, and approve all posts in one location is highly underrated. It makes collaborating with social media managers or clients much cleaner because you avoid hopping between 5 different applications just to make a small change. To be totally clear, Premiere's transcription and services like Rev are genuinely useful. They do exactly what they promise, and they do it reliably. The main downside is that they stop dead in their tracks right after delivering that raw transcription text. If scaling your repurposing and distribution is the goal, you either need to manually stitch together many separate tools or adopt a pipeline that handles everything natively. That is why I've heavily leaned toward an AI-first repurposing tool that builds perfectly on top of those foundational transcription basics. It takes your long video, uses the transcript to find those high-energy, high-value segments, and automatically creates every necessary format like square and vertical. It then queues them for posting based on a specific schedule you define, removing the manual publishing step entirely. This means no more exporting dozens of individual video versions, no more juggling spreadsheets, and absolutely no manual uploads across various platforms. It even helps you keep track of what's posted, what's pending, and where each clip is performing best, all accessible from one central dashboard. Here are a few quick workflow tips that make the entire system run even smoother day to day. First, do that initial quick pass to clean the transcript, removing any distracting ums or false starts. Remember, you don't need absolute perfection at this stage, just enough clarity to make the text easily scannable for your paper edit. Next, mark your absolute top 10 soundbites directly in the shared document with their corresponding timestamps. This gives the auto-editing AI much clearer, prioritized signals about which moments you personally value the most. Always maintain a consistent naming convention for every clip you generate, because clear names save valuable time later when you need to find a moment quickly. Use the shared content calendar feature to batch the writing of all your captions and hashtags together to maintain brand voice consistency. Don't neglect the creative side, because while AI finds the clips, you still need to manually tweak the hook and those critical first 2 seconds. A tiny trim or a fast cut to lead directly into an emotional beat can make a massive viral difference to viewer retention. So, the short version is this. Utilize your editor's built-in AI transcription if you have access, as it's fast and essentially free within the app. If you are budget conscious and avoiding recurring transcription fees, it serves as a fantastic alternative to those pay-per-minute vendors. But if your goal is to transition from one interview to a continuous pipeline of ready-to-post social clips, you need that specialized repurposing tool. The combination of transcript discovery, automatic formatting, and integrated scheduling is what truly allows a creator's output to scale without burning out the team. For a practical starting point, transcribe in Premiere or upload to Rev if that's your preference, then paste the clean text into a shared Google Doc. Use that document to build your short paper edit, and immediately import those timestamps into your chosen repurposing tool. Let that tool automatically generate all your short clips, and then diligently set the posting frequency for the entire batch. Finally, spend your focused creative hour tweaking the hooks, captions, and thumbnails for the top 5 clips. That's it. You have just successfully created what looks like a full week, or even more, of high-quality content from a single interview source. We have to remember that the tools are only as powerful as the actual process you implement around them. The transcription gives you the navigational map, the paper edit gives you the strategic plan, and the repurposing system gives you the flawless execution. When those 3 pieces finally work together seamlessly, what used to take you days of frustrating work becomes a single, productive afternoon. Try implementing this exact workflow on your very next interview, and watch how quickly the volume and quality of your social output genuinely improves. This approach ensures you're not constantly feeling like you're scrambling or hustling just to keep up with content demands. If you'd like to see this entire sequence in ultra detail, I can walk you through the sample timeline right now. I can cover the step-by-step clicks for importing, transcribing, paper editing, auto-editing, and final scheduling for whichever tool you are currently using. If you want that complete practical walkthrough, from import all the way to the scheduled post, let me know in the comments below.